This routine is going to focus on an upper body stretch. This is going to be great for anyone who's had a recent upper body surgery, who has been doing a lot of upper body workouts, or anyone who has a heavy, swollen upper limb or torso, or just want a good stretch. This routine is performed seated in a chair. This is a big, deep chair, so you want to make sure you're sitting at the front of it with your feet flat on the floor. Posture is going to be key. So if you have a nice, comfy chair that you're leaning back against, that won't work. You have to make sure that you can keep a nice, tall posture throughout the duration of this routine. Remember, with any stretching program, if anything hurts, you want to back off to the point where you feel only a stretch and no pain. And if you're unable to do that, wait and try again at another time. Let's start with 3 deep diaphragm breaths just to get the lymph flowing and the breath ready. Every upper body routine should start with some stretching for the neck. You're going to take your right ear, drop it down to your right shoulder. Feel a nice stretch along the side of the neck. For this routine today, we're going to be holding every stretch just for a couple of breaths. Center and the other side. If this feels like a really good stretch and something you want to perform at another time during the day, optimal holds are about 20 to 30 seconds. Nice slow count and no bouncing at the end of your range of motion. Okay, after that stretch, now you're going to drop the ear to the shoulder again. Now rotate so you're looking almost down into your armpit area. That stretch is going to go more from the back of your neck up into the top of your shoulder blade. If you look at a computer screen for a large portion of the day, this will probably feel great. Back to center, ear to shoulder, rotate to look down into the armpit area. All right, now we're going to move to open up the chest wall. So while we're doing all of these stretches, it's important for me to remind you, you want to keep a nice, tall, neutral spine throughout the duration of this exercise routine. Any change in your posture will change your shoulder position, your upper torso position, and will change what we're attempting to stretch. The muscle position will be different. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring our arms out to the side, shoulders remain nice and low, and you're just going to reach back behind you. If your chair doesn't have any arms and your hands are a little bit lower, that's fine too. Bring your hands down. And for those of you who may have had a recent surgery or who have swelling in the back of the armpit area, you're going to reach your right arm across your body and use your left arm just to give an extra little pull in the back of that shoulder area. Make sure you're not rounding too much. Nice tall posture. Back down. Now back behind you. Open up that chest wall and the upper shoulders. And now the left arm across the chest. I like to reach and pull the arm a little bit just above the elbow so I don't put any added stress on either of my arms, but you can find the place that you feel most comfortable and relax. We're going to do another chest opening stretch now. You're going to bring your hands up and now bring your elbows behind your shoulders and slowly raise up. Feel that area in the chest and shoulders where you feel real tight and just hold. Make sure those elbows stay behind the shoulders. Lower down. For the next attempt, bring the arms back. You might find a different spot in the range where you feel a real great stretch. This is Great. Or you may not want to go above 90 degrees, so you can stay right here. Now to finish this stretch, I'm just going to raise my right arm all the way up and elongate my torso to really stretch out my sides. Take note of my posture. I'm not torquing the spine. I'm simply reaching up. Lower down, switch sides up, and an extra reach. And ever so slightly reach to the side. Both of my sits bones remain flat on the chair, up, over, and elongate. Elongate your spine and your torso. Feel a real nice stretch through the side body and even into the lats a little bit. And last one. Lengthen, elongate, and just ever so slightly lean. Great stretch. If you get tight triceps, you're going to bring your right arm up so your hand touches your shoulder and use your left arm to just give a little overpressure in the backwards direction. For some people, this is uncomfortable, so you can just bypass this stretch and continue to focus on your breathing. Back to center and switch. Just a little bit of overpressure. You'll feel that stretch all the way along the back of the upper arm or the tricep area. And now we're going to move to the biceps, the big muscle on the front of the arm. The best way to do that in a seated position, now keep your shoulders nice and low, bring your arms out to the side, now bring your hands back just a little bit and the whole arm back behind you. For some of you who are really tight, you might feel this not only in the bicep but also down in the forearm area. Just find that spot where it's a nice, comfortable stretch. You can easily engage some of your arm nerves and get a tingling or a pins and needles sensation if you overdo it. So in that case, don't bring your arms back as far. Keep them forward. Relax, lower the arms down, and again, make sure that the shoulders stay low, but that the hands are going behind the shoulders. Find that comfortable spot. Lastly, for the upper body routine, we don't want to forget about the forearms, wrist, hand, and fingers. These are going to be especially great stretches for those of you who are working on a computer all day. So first, start by bringing out your right hand. Make sure the shoulder stays nice and low and the elbow is fully extended. You're going to pull down on the wrist, and if you can pull back on the fingers as well, you'll get a really great stretch on the top of the forearm. And these are the muscles that you're using all day if you're constantly typing away on the computer. Switch to the left side. Few deep breaths. Try and make sure you're able to maintain that nice tall posture. Let's go to the underside of the forearm, also very tight if you're on the computer. Elbow stays straight. You're going to pull back on the hand, and if you can include those fingers, this is such a great stretch for your forearm. And release, switch sides, elbow straight, pull back on the hand, and include those fingers if you're able to without any pain or discomfort. Most of you are probably just feeling a nice big stretch in the forearm, wrist, hand and finger area. This one feels so good, so I'm going to do another set on each side. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. You don't want to be up here while you're doing these exercises. You just stretched that area out when we started. And last switch. Feel free just to roll out those wrists and hands for a quick moment. Find that nice tall posture again. Finish with 3 deep diaphragm breaths. Have a great day, everybody.